All right, welcome back. We are over 314 now, and the next batch coming up here of videos on realcopstoriesvideos.com. There's all kinds of stuff in there. I keep saying this, but it's foot pursuits, gang members running, naked people in bar floors, my partner's being a blind man at a bar. That's pretty funny. Okay, so look them all up. They're my babies. I love them all. Okay, well, right now I'm a top step detective in narcotics, and we get all kinds of things that are thrown at us. And some informants call. The bottom line is, any investigation in my unit, I had 16, 17, depending on the amount of people I had in there, come to me for each of the investigations and ask me, can we do it? And once I say yes, and they ask me how to do it, and that's when I tell them, you need to come up with a plan. Because I'm top step now, I can't go any higher. You need to come up with this plan and develop yourself, your own personal style. Don't do what you think I want to do. You do what you want to do, and if it's proper, we'll do it. If it's not, I'll try to correct you. And they all did. All of them now, I think I have like a half dozen of them. All became, one's going to be a captain, one's going to be a lieutenant. They're all sharp people, and they all picked up on this. And they even thanked me later when they promoted, saying, man, I learned so much there. And they told me, not necessarily learn from me, they learned to develop their own style and their own investigation. That's what they like. Now they're telling their people to do that, which is kind of neat. Makes you feel good. And my whole time there wasn't wasted necessarily. But anyway, so they had marijuana at that time was a felony, and of course to grow it and distribute it, I think now it's still a felony. You can't grow without permits and all that good stuff. But anyway, they got a clue from somebody that there was a house growing stuff, and they wanted to set up on it and see what we could do about it. Okay, fine. So they're going to do what I call a modified panic call out. Now, a few stories ago, we did a panic call out. Briefly, you call the guy, tell him you're a narcotic officer, you'll be out in a couple of hours, and then you wait. And the guy comes out, hides the dope in the trash or somewhere, and he goes back inside, and then you run him and you get it. That's kind of cool, pretty neat. Okay, so kind of the same thing, but not kind of the same thing. Okay, so we set up on the house, and it had a backyard that had, it was on a corner lot, and so the backyard the side yard was to the street, and then turns into the alley, and there was a chain link fence on the alley and on the street side. And all kinds of plants back there. And walking by, they tried to walk by and look in. They couldn't see without being obvious. A lot of plants. Okay, and the reason why I have a lot of plants there all over the place is to cover what they're doing. See you in a minute. So we try a panic call out. So we set up on the place. Guy calls, like we did before. I can't make it right now. Can I see you in a couple of hours? I'll be okay, fine. It's okay, fine. So he hangs up. He goes, all right, stand by. Okay, so we're watching. Two guys come out, man. They're looking around in the backyard. We can see them through the chain link fence. Went over to the middle of the plants, which we can barely see, and they're down there pulling plants, man. They're pulling the pot plants, okay? And the plants they used on the side, they had some palm trees and stuff, were like 8 to 10 feet high, and what they're pulling out is like 6 feet high. So that's how they did that, so they could hide it in there, kind of like a jungle around so they're pulling plants, man. So the lead detective, he's closest, he usually do that, because he's going to call it, wants to call the case. He says, what do we do? I said, what do we do? You make the call. He goes, well, let's hit it. So because it was a rhetorical question. Okay, so you want it. So here we come running. Guys climbing the chain link fences in the back. They see that. They run the house. Guys coming through the front door. It's too late, man. It's too late. You ever see a movie called Starship Troopers? All these arachnids all over the place. That's what we are. We're all around climbing the walls, and they can't get away, So they're trapped. So I'm last, of course. I don't want to be, but I come sauntering through, and everybody's already handcuffed, and so. You have the right to be in here? Well, yes, we do. Okay, you can't search the house? Yes, we can. Okay, now, we don't, that's a gray area. We not necessarily don't need a warrant. It'd be nice to have one, but we don't, because we saw the crime in progress. Okay, so we really don't need a warrant. And we're going to waste time on marijuana. Marijuana is a very low-grade crime. It's a felony, but it was kind of low, because we got a lot more things to worry about. We got heroin and coke and meth and all that stuff. So we do it. Started searching. So I'm walking around. Well, there's all kinds of discoveries. In the yard was 60 plants, huge plants, that we were taking that down the side of the house to seize it. And in the house they had, I wrote this stuff down, they got almost 60 pounds of processed marijuana in big bags. They had them all lined up, ready to sell. Okay, you can sell each bag I'm not into marijuana, how much that is worth, but it's considerable. A few thousand here, a few thousand there. The biggest one was in the bedroom. Had a workout bag, big one, had $300,000 in cash. Okay, that was the good one. That kind of made it worthwhile. Because you got to remember now, the city wants us to use our manpower, person power, efficiently. And I think having those 16 of us there for a couple hours and our salaries, the $300,000 pretty much makes up a lot for doing that. Okay, a few thousand have these officers go there. They compute salaries, is how they do it, the bean counters. But since we got $300,000 for the city, they seized that. They tried to take the house, but it was too much lien on us. So they didn't take it. It's too much in debt. So they took, and we had a gun in there. We had 22 caliber pistol. Not a big deal. They all carry guns, and it was a good, clean case. We booked them, and biggest thing was the money. That was huge. In fact, they loved it. The people downtown asked the forfeiture called, and they immediately seized the money and took it, and eventually took it. It takes a while, and that was it. Clean, pulling weeds, and call out, panic call out. It all worked really well. Nobody got hurt. A couple of guys got scratched because they had to go over the chain link, trying to get over it, and that's just going to be the way. That's an operational thing. Guys trip all the time. All kinds of stuff like that happens, but serious hurt, I mean gunfire hurt, or or somebody beat or something. But nope, everything's clean, and we're good to go. So that's it. That's my little pulling weeds story, and hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.